is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. He's going to keep this again. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seahawks at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And they'll begin by running the option. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there on the option. 85 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
from the 2. Here's first and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Walker is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Penny is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Looking to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he'll be brought down at about the 4. He didn't get in. Nowhere close. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now a new third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. He'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Walker. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Again, Walker. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Brian Johnson now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick-6.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Don't forget, knowing where the first down line was, this defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
A really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try to slow them down.
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an intercept. You were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
It was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And when it's a wicked play, holding them in no game.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On second down, it's Walker. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw here. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Adam Thielen. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Good ball, baby.
Second and 16. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trey Brown. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate that wasn't picked off.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Ready?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Go check, go check. Mustang 19. Go, Reed, go. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Third quarter starts with a run from Gainwell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And we're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just one.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Let's go now. Heavy Lions. Dixie Maverick. Dixie Maverick. Warriors 17. Ready.
Now back to throw. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Gainwell is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
DK Metcalf
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he's got room. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he's got some space here. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. from the gun to give the game well.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Touchdown! Adam Thielen. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. He pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And some room to maneuver. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Johnson for the extra point try.
And this part of the game has been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Ready? Back to 60. Back to 60.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anthony Brown.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Go!
Slot man moves right. Second and 13. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Talk about two sides of the ball across purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Up front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking here for Smith downfield. And now here's another interception. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
What's going on, guys?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
I notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, The spark has left their game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ready? Check, contact, check. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw again. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an...
Got your best friend hanging out the ondo. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. And I flex. While you dare look in the best, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome. You and dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting condo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. His chin in his face. Yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again.